My name is Nicole Gauthier-Schatz, and I've been a yoga teacher and a yoga therapist for 31 years and a stress management specialist. I've been very interested in the issues with sleep. There are so many people having problems with sleep, either falling asleep, staying asleep, and so on and so forth. And my journey started with really being on call, helping to deliver babies for 27 years. So I slept in corners of rooms when I could during the day, anytime. And when I stopped being on call, I wanted to devote time to creating a little sleep program for myself so I could have regular sleep. And it's worked very well. I mainly sleep quite well. So I'm excited about sharing some very simple techniques for you today. Would you like to introduce yourself and then I'll continue?
Okay, yeah. I'm Laurel Falconberry and part of the mindfulness team for about 3 years now, and I'm a outpatient therapist at Chestnut Ridge. Yeah, thank you, Nicole.
Okay, so it is indeed a very, very vast subject and it's complicated. So unfortunately, the science portion given by our great friend Julie will be missing today because it is quite complicated. We're working on that for the future. What I did include, though, is Anthony, who I mentioned before as a marketing specialist, will send you a big list of resources for the yoga poses that are already on Facebook and the breathing that will be helpful. Also the links to a TED Talk and an NPR short interview with sleep scientist Matt Walker. I listened to him and I thought it was quite good. So I'll be sending that to you and then you can start doing your own exploration with this. So we're going to present some tools that can be part of your pre-sleep program, which is prepare yourself for a change. We go from day to night, wakefulness to sleep, and outer sight to insight. So we're going to keep it simple with just everyday generic issues with the sleep. Again, we don't want to tackle deep issues like sleep apnea, although the breathing in yoga can help with that. And any other really chronic issues. We're sort of skimming the surface today, so to say. And let's see. Also, mindfulness meditation, because of its increased awareness and presence, will be really helpful. And Laura will teach that later. So basically, you want to be your own detective and you take time to find your own individualized pre-sleep routine program. So now what we'll be doing is just starting to talk about some of the different things that may help you. Now, again, I'd like to stress that some of these techniques are really empirical, anecdotal, that have helped people or that have helped us. So they're not deeply steeped in science. Because the science is ongoing with studying sleep. Yeah. So Laurel is going to start with how to improve sleep and how to have sleep hygiene.
Okay. Yes, sleep hygiene. Thank you, Nicole. Sleep hygiene is as important as taking a shower and brushing our teeth. It's paying attention to our mental and emotional states. Some very kind of black and white things that you can do are to try not to have any caffeine after, midday. Just keep track of your body. When is good for you to have caffeine? What's the latest? Most of the people in research say nothing after, say, 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 for caffeine. Some people can drink caffeine and go right to bed. So it's to experiment and see what's best for you there. To have a scheduled bedtime routine. To try to keep it whatever it is for you. It's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and not going too late, and trying to get that magical 7 to 8 hours of sleep is awesome. And then the blue light. So the blue light from our electronic devices. They have glasses out now that I saw, I may be late to the game, but I saw them at Walmart that just block the blue light. Because the blue light research has shown it affects sleep. and not to be on any your phone or computer or iPad like an hour before bedtime. So some research says 30 minutes to an hour, some says closer to 2 hours. So you, again, experiment with that, see what's best for you. Cooler temperatures, typically people sleep better with cooler temperatures. So again, experiment with that. And then try not to get exercise, heavy duty exercise 3 hours before bed, because that can be very stimulating. And it's a myth of catching up on sleep. Oh, I'm going to catch up on sleep on the weekend. And that it's a myth. It's been debunked. So try to get a consistent amount of sleep through the week. And then notice how you frame sleep in your mind. You know, oh, I'm a bad sleeper. Oh, I can't sleep real well. Well, you're setting yourself up for not sleeping well with your thoughts of such. So try to experiment with your thoughts like, I'm going to do my best. I'm doing this new routine. I'm going to be open to falling asleep. I'm going to lay here in this wakefulness state and just kind of let go of the day. We're going to be doing some relaxation techniques and meditation to help you relax before you go to sleep. It's so important to help you relax before you go to sleep. So your self-talk, watch your self-talk. And, you know, that I can sleep, I can do this, I can relax, I'm open to this. And then if you have any anxieties or worries before you go to sleep, just jot them down and say, hey, I've got them on paper, I put them away, so my mind and body can be free of any worries. It's on the paper, I'll get to it tomorrow. So get it down on paper. And then lastly is gratitude. Trying to think of before you go to bed, just as simple as gratitude. God, that person, you know, smiled today at the store and it was just so nice, or they said this, or I did this, or said this. So some kind of gratitude someone, you know, gave to you or you to others, you know, a little bit of something during your day that made you smile before you go to bed. So I think that's about it for now. We're going to talk more about this in a little later in our program. Thank you. Nicole?
I'd like to add a couple of things to that, is to beware of chocolate. So chocolate can, in the evening, you know, it's caffeine and can keep you awake. I find that I can't do chocolate at all in the evening anymore. It completely keeps me up. So also watch for alcohol. A lot of people will say, oh, you know, I need a big glass of something, you know, before I go to sleep. So what happens is that alcohol is a diuretic and it's going to make you get up and pee at night. So watch for that. And
it's a stimulant too.
Yeah. And also eating a large meal before you go to sleep. That can really hinder good sleep. Now, also as far as your room space is concerned. So the scientist who I mentioned before talks about having the room at 65 degrees. When it's hot, it's harder to fall asleep and to stay asleep. But when it's cooler, it's much easier to fall asleep. So 65 degrees, and also the room completely dark with no light. So you can experiment with that. So those things that we mentioned, you can sort of jot down what you think might work for you to create your own sleep plan. Okay, great. So what I like to do now is to focus a little bit on a pre-sleep program. And it doesn't have to be elaborate. And it may be in the beginning as you experiment with different things. So first, setting up the sleeping space. So focusing on what happens before you go to sleep. And Laurel mentioned before, you know, the devices and so on and so forth. And also what can be so helpful, and we touched on that a little bit already, is journaling. If you could just jot down your thoughts, then they won't wake you up in the middle of the night. You know, the thoughts are a little revengeful. They wake you up and say, hey, you haven't paid attention to me today. So if before you go to sleep, you take your journal and you jot, you know, all you need is 3-4 sentences of wrapping up your day so that your mind is satisfied, it's dealt with that, and then you can move on into inner sight. Good. Practicing a little mindfulness meditation before you go to sleep doesn't have to be very long, just a few minutes. Again, because it keeps you here in present moment. and attentive to the moment. The yoga breathing, and I'll be teaching some today, very helpful. So as I mentioned, we're going to be sending a whole bunch of links on the restorative poses that you can do for sleep, and the breathing and such at the end of class. Progressive relaxation, which I will teach today, and also a body scan. A body scan is just scanning through your body. You're not fixed on one sensation. It's just watching passing states of awareness. So noticing your feet, noticing your legs, and so on and so forth. It's different than relaxation. Not Julie, but she's thinking about us. Laurel mentioned gratitude, and that's really important. You know, picking one or two things that happen during the day can make us feel as if we complete the day. Another thing that I'd like to mention is cognitive behavioral therapy has been shown to be very, very helpful for really chronic sleep issues. And one of the things also that's happened to me is that, you know how it is, if you either lie down, you can't fall asleep, or you wake up and you're awake and can't fall asleep. The way that I've remedied that is, this is what I call quiet wakefulness, which means that I lie in bed and I'm awake and I go, oh, this is wonderful. My day is over. I don't have any emails to send. I don't have to teach. And there are no demands made on me. And it's usually liberating. I mean, for me, it's been a game changer. It's been a totally turning point of just a quiet wakefulness, just being happy that there are no demands on oneself. So you could try that and see if that helps you, so that nothing is asked of you at that time. And also there's other things that I'd like to mention that are not science-based, but again, you know, empirical, and that has helped people. So I'm going to mention those, and you can just experiment with those on your own. So one of them is the Himalayan salt lamp, and you may have seen those. You can get them all over town. They have an amber glow, and I don't really know about the energetic aspect of that, but I think the color is so incredibly soothing. So I have that in my room, and I also have some aromatherapy, an aromatherapy diffuser. Now, aromatherapy is very, very personal. So experiment with trying different natural essential oils, not fragrances, because those are very full of chemicals and you can be allergic to them, but pure essential oils, and experiment with the ones that you like a lot. I know a lot of people like lavender. I'm sort of like been overdoing with lavender, so I've switched to other scents. So experiment with that, and then close the door of your room. So when you come back an hour later, there's this incredible glow and scent, and it's very inviting for sleep. Do not bring your computer or your telephone in your room. Okay, so that will be a hindrance to sleep. So also some people put some soothing sound of nature. So you could actually have put that on in the room along with the light and the aromatherapy. And then you're walking into this little paradise you've created for your sleep. Okay. So those were really soothing, very soothing. Okay. So almost none of the poses that are very helpful for sleep were teachable today, because you needed so much equipment. So you can go on Facebook, look at the equipment you need, and it's all stuff you have around the house, pillows, blankets, and such, and you can practice those. So today I'm going to do 3 calming poses that I think is going to help most people. And then we're going to move on to some breathing and meditation. So we're going to, when we are practicing these 3 poses today, we're going to practice something called interoception. Interoception is going inside of yourself and noticing what is going on. So this is a great practice before you go to sleep to move again from your outer side to your inside, outer world to your inner world. And aware of what's present so that you can release that. Because as you move, you'll notice areas of tension, maybe your neck, your shoulders, your lower back, your knees, your hips. And then you can give it attention that it deserves. And with your breath, feel a dissolution, just liquefying that tension outside of your body and away. And that can be very, very powerful. So we're going to start with, you'll be on your chair, okay? And we're going to start with, these poses actually will work with different movements of the spine and will help to release tension and especially, deep tension in your nervous system, okay? Good. Good. Just waiting for everybody to get their chairs. Good. So we're kind of going to simulate right now. I'll try to energize you at the end of class today. But right now we're going to try to simulate like where, it's the end of the day and you're preparing to sleep, and we'll sort of just do a little imagination game. So from here, we're going to place the hands on the lap, close your eyes for a moment, and just tune into your inner self, into your inner breath. Just noticing the inhalation. Notice the exhalation. And simply let go of your day. Let go of all your responsibilities. And for many, we feel as if we're keeping the weight of the world or responsibilities on top of our shoulders. So let it drop and let the shoulders drop down towards the ground. Let the palm be soft on your lap. And know that right now, nothing is asked of you but to just sit and tune in to the flow of breath. So you'll be fine with just a few breaths that the mind starts to calm down and be present here with the body. And then we're going to start to gently move. So move away from the back of your chair and place your hand, because you're going to need room back here because we're going to alternate opening the chest and rounding the back. So place your hands on your knees. Good. And then from here, tilt the pelvis forward, open the chest. Try not to lead with your chin, but lead with the center of your chest, and inhale. And then as you exhale, hold on to your knees, round your back as if you're trying to reach your mid back towards the chair, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhaling, slowly coming forward. And then exhale, releasing all the way back. Now create a little rhythm for yourself, inhaling as you come forward. Till pelvis tilts forward, and an exhale, it tilts back and round low, mid, upper back, chin in towards your chest, and hold it there for a second, pressing back. Inhale, coming forward, following really slowly, and slow down your breathing. When you slow down your breathing, your mind slows down and your body slows down as well. And we're going to do a few more. And notice also how this loosens up the spine and the paraspinal muscles. And it also releases a lot of tension in your lower back and your hips. And we'll do one more together. And now come back to center and simply notice how you feel. And notice any tendency of the mind to propels itself in the future. Just bring it back to body breath. And the next pose is going to be a twist. Twist works primarily with the nervous system, with balancing both aspects of your nervous system, parasympathetic and sympathetic. So it is very important poses also to really keep your spine pliable, youthful, and can really help with a lot of tension in your back and the front of the body. So twists are really quite amazing because they work with the hips, the entire spine and paraspinal muscles, but shoulders and neck. So it is an excellent overall pose. Now, when you go on the Facebook page, the twist is done on the floor. So most of the poses will be done on the floor that are for sleep. Okay, but again, today, because of our lack of supplies and room and space, some of you are at work, then we're just giving you just a little sample here on the chair. Okay, so we're going to start with, there's also a very gentle abdominal release with the twist. Another thing that I'd like to mention that is really nice for abdominal release, because we keep tension tight in our guts, right, is will be on the Facebook page, and it's called the Crocodile Pose. The Crocodile Pose is done lying on your belly, hands on top of each other, forehead on your hands, and your chest is lifted off the floor. So when you're breathing your belly into the earth and then back up. It's very, very soothing. It also encourages diaphragmatic breathing. You'll feel your ribs expand outward with the inhale and contract with the exhale. It is, I think, my top one right now in terms of release. It also nicely releases your lower back, because as you're pressing your belly down into the earth, then retrieving it up towards the ceiling, you're kind of massaging your lower back. So I would like for you to at least, tune into that crocodile pose. So in the twist, you're going to either keep your knees together, which is fine, or you're going to cross your right leg over your left. Okay, so we start with the right and with the left, because we are following the movement of colon in the body. So with the ascending and then transverse and descending, so that it's a nice release. Okay. So with the right leg over the left or next to the left, we're going to place the left hand to the outside or right knee and kind of hook it right underneath your knee there. Now your hand behind you can be on the back of your chair. It could be the side of your chair, or if you are able to bring your hand between the top seat, the top part of the chair and the seat, that's great. So from here, we're going to press down with the foot, press down with the hips on the chair, and lengthen the spine tall. Good. When you twist so that you're reaching with your navel in the center of your chest to the right, not your chin, and straining your neck. The chin remains parallel to the floor. The head just follows the rest of the body. So let's take an inhale. And then a slow exhale. Start to twist, bringing the navel and the center of your chest to the right. Now with your eyes, look over your shoulder and breathe slowly in and out of your nose. So this is the end of the day. You're letting go, you're squeezing everything out. All the tension of the day and the busyness and the running around. Now inhale, and as you exhale, slowly come back. Great. As you slowly come back, uncross the legs if they're crossed. And then we're going to repeat that twist to the left. So either the legs are together, or we bring the left leg over the right. Right hand hooks on the knee. Left hand goes either back of the chair, seat, whatever works. Again, press down with your foot. Press down with your hips. Lift so the spine is nice and tall. Very important prerequisite for twist. Inhale. A slow exhale again, we reach with navel and center of chest and twist to the left. And with the outer corner of your eye, look to your left. Breathe slowly. You'll notice now your breath is no longer deep belly breath. It's like in the back of the body, in the upper chest and upper back. Good. Slow breath in, slow breath out. And now we're going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly come back to center. Uncross your legs. Take a moment to assess how you are feeling after this twist. So for instance, what I notice with the twist is that I feel my mind a little calmer. And so my nervous system is in a more relaxed state. Good. So the third pose we'll be doing today, and that's why you'll need your desk, your table, or an extra chair, is child pose. So child pose is a great pose to actually, it also kind of releases tension in the hips and especially into your lower back, mid back, and upper back. It's really wonderful for that. So what I'm going to move is so you're going to sit on one of your chair. And I'm going to give you two options here, depending on your level of flexibility. I'm going to grab a blanket. So if this is your desk, great, you'll be using that. If this is the back of the chair, you'll be using that. And if you feel a little bit more flexible in terms of your lower back, you can turn your chair. And from here, you may be at work and not have a blanket, so you don't really need it. Okay. And we can practice like this. So already I feel a nice lengthening in the lower back. So, and I see somebody, one of my students there, who's doing that on the floor, and you can definitely do that. And so I have that also on the website. Not the website, but Facebook. So I'm going to make believe here you're at work, you're at your desk, and that you're wanting a bit of a release here. So from here, we're going to grab a hold of our elbows, bring them to the desk of the chair, bring your forehead on the edge, and just relax. Now make sure that you're safe, that you won't fall, and close your eyes. And now breathe into the back of your body. And then exhale with long, long exhalation. Feeling the mind starting to calm down, relax. And the mind being fully connected with the body. So the child pose is like returning to a feeling of innocence. And feel the lengthening in your lower, mid, and upper back, neck. Feel the belly soft and yielding to the breath. And allow yourself now to come back slowly. So take your hands on your prop, chair, or desk and pull yourself away really slowly, slowly returning. And just spend a moment just noticing how you feel after child pose. And now slowly open your eyes. Good. So I highly recommend that you go on our Facebook page, and then we'll be sending you the links. And what I would say the two main poses for sleep would be the crocodile pose on your belly and legs up the wall. Legs up the wall is fantastic. And there are detailed instructions on how to get in out of that. So great. So now we're going to move into the yoga breathing practices that I feel have been very, very helpful for sleep. And we'll practice those together. So the first one is called Bhramari breath, which is the humming bee breath. The humming bee breath is done with an inhale through the nose and exhale with the mouth closed, but with a humming sound that is audible to you. Okay, so I find that that this humming sound as a vibration around your heart, your throat, your head, and it kind of just like really helps to get the residues of the day out. So I find this really, really helpful. So Bhramari breath is done like this. And I'll demo first, and then we'll do it together. When we do it together, I'm going to just turn off my microphone so that you don't hear me humming, okay? And so that you can hum at your own pace. So what we'll be doing is we'll be doing 5 breaths, and you will be on your own, okay, with that. So it is like this. You inhale. And then it's sort of a high pitch. Now you may find that your exhalation may not be quite as long as this one, and that's totally fine. So one of the things that happens also, it's and we covered this kind of breathing also in our pain workshop. This can be very helpful for pain. Why? Because your mind is fully concentrated on the sound. And with each sound, you find yourself releasing more and not holding that tightness and tension in your body. Okay. But it's helpful for sleep because, again, your mind is concentrated in present moment and not with all the stuff that you didn't do and you didn't get to during the day, right? Everybody can relate to that. Okay, so now we'll start and you'll do your 5. Okay, so now imagine that most of you are done with that. So simply take a moment there to notice how you feel. Now you're welcome to do 10 of those before part of your pre-sleep program. And one night I went outside and I did this with the crickets at night. And it was really fabulous. It's just wonderful. So one of the things that I'd like to impart is to spend time in nature. Nature to me is the most powerful healer ever. So maybe a little walk, during the evening, quiet walk and listening to the sounds of nature can be very like a soothing balm for your mind. Okay. Great. Now we're going to move to the next breathing. The next breathing is the alternate nostril breathing. And at the end of that practice, we're going to focus on the left nostril. So the alternate nostril breathing makes you breathe from one nostril and we close both of them. And then we exhale out of the opposite one. We inhale on the same side, we close both and we exhale and we go like this side to side. So the premise with that is that when you're breathing out of the right nostril, you're energizing the left side of your brain. Okay, I'm just going to keep it simple in explanation today. And when you're breathing in and out of the left nostril, you're upregulating your parasympathetic nervous system. So from that side, we upregulate that sympathetic nervous system, kind of getting your foot on the gas pedal. And then the left side is regulating your parasympathetic nervous system, inducing a relaxation response. So both sides together, as you may notice, have a very balancing effect, brings you more in a state of mental and emotional equilibrium. So I'm going to give you one demo and then we'll practice it together. So back must be straight, chest open, create length and width in your diaphragm muscle here, your main muscle of respiration. Okay, great. Then I bring my right hand up to my face and either place, you're going to take your peace sign fingers, bring them together and bring them on your forehead between the eyebrows. That's position number one. Position number two, you take those pads to the palm of the hand. In either case, you're left with the thumb, which will open and close your right nostril. Your ring finger in combination with your pinky, which will open and close the left side. Okay, and we'll be going like this from side to side. Now, where you press on your nose is extremely important. It is right where the nose indents. So everybody please take one finger, your index finger, whichever hand, take the pad, go to the bridge of your nose, slide down, and you notice when it indents, right? There's that corner there. That's where you'll be pressing, but you'll press real gently. I shouldn't see your nose move to one side when you do that. Otherwise, you're disrupting the energy when you do that. And so very quietly press that. So that's how we're going to do that. So let me demo one, and then we'll jump in and do it together. Chin parallel to the floor. So I'm going to inhale. I'm going to close with my thumb on the right nostril and exhale out of the left side. I'm going to come back and inhale on the left. Now I'm going to close both sides. We don't hold very long and hold lightly, because when we hold our breath, sometimes we can panic. That can happen. So we're not holding long and we're controlling it. And then we're going to open the right side and exhale. Then I'm going to breathe in on the same side. I inhale. I close both sides, open the left side, and I exhale. And we move like this from side to side gently. So I'm going to lead you at a mid pace because my breathing tends to be kind of slow and it may be too slow for some people. So, when you practice this on your own, you can regulate yourself. So please bring your hand up and decide if you want your peace finger signs on your forehead between your eyebrows, or if you want it to the palm of your hand, depending what's comfortable for you. All right. Now from here, relax. Good. Relax the center of your chest and your belly. And now take a slow exhalation. A slow inhalation through both sides. Now with your thumb, close your nostril and exhale left. Inhale on the same side. Close both sides. Hold gently. Open the right side Nice, long, gentle exhalation. Slow inhalation on the same side. Close. Open the left side. Long exhalation. Inhale. Close the left. Hold. Open the right. Exhale slowly out. Breathe into the right. Close both sides. Open the left. Breathe out. Breathe in. Close. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Open the right side. Nice, long, mindful exhalation. Mindful inhalation, same side. Close and hold. Open the left side. Take a slow exhalation. One more time. Inhale to the left. Close both sides. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Open the right. Long exhalation. Once more. Inhale right. Retain the breath. Open the left nostril and now exhale a long, 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 long exhalation. And at the very end, bring your hand on your lap and keep your eyes closed and notice how you feel. And now before we move into our progressive relaxation, we're going to practice a little bit breathing only in and out of the left side. And that helps again to upregulate that parasympathetic nervous system and gets you much more relaxed. Okay, great. Now I find this helpful. If you wake up in the middle of the night, you can't fall back asleep. You might not sit down and do your full alternate nostril breathing, but you can bring your hand up with your right hand, close your right nostril, and just breathe to the left side. Seriously, in no time at all, you'll be gone. I mean, I have never once not practiced this that it got me back to sleep. It just fail proof. Okay, good. So let's do that together. So what I'd like for you to do now is we were away from the back of the chair with the back straight. Now you can lean back, but still stay with an open chest and back because we're going to slip right into relaxation after the breathing. So now relax your left palm on your lap and bring your right hand up. Take the pad of your finger and again find the indentation of your nose, press it gently and breathe only in and out of the left side. The only reason why this may not work for some people, one, deviated septum. Okay, if it's very severe, you may not be able to do that. If you're congested because of a cold also. Now, I have a pretty bad deviated septum, but over all the years of practicing the breathing, I'm breathing very nicely through both sides. You just have to do it over and over again. Okay, and try it. So let's take the hand up. Now, as you breathe, do not exaggerate your breathing. Let the breath come in so smoothly, and then just release smoothly in a relaxed manner. So we're concentrating now on longer exhalation. Exhalation is about letting go. So we let go of our stressors. We let go of our tension that resides at the level of the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, and we just right here in this moment, creating more inner peace before we go to sleep. And when you're on your own, you can take up to 15 breaths or more like that. But for now, we're just going to bring the hand down and close your eyes as we slip into relaxation. So in a progressive relaxation, we tightened one part of the body or set of muscles and tight, and then we release them really quickly. So there's different types of relaxation. One of them involves just not contracting the muscle, but just being aware of that part of the body. So, for instance, if your mind has been really congested, really busy, start with your head and work your way down. And if your body has been really tense, start with your feet and work your way up. So, body, feet up, mind, head down. Okay, good. That has worked really well. Another one that I like to do is starting with the skin, muscles, bones, and such. And that's actually the one I'm going to do today. Okay, so with your eyes closed, feel your feet on the floor, feel your seat on the chair so that you feel supported, like you can really let go right now and do nothing. And now become aware of the entire skin around your body. Feel like your skin is like a bodysuit and you're unzipping and you're just releasing. And just for a moment, we're going to concentrate on the skin on your face. So smoothing out the muscles, the skin of your forehead, over your eyes with the eyelids. Feel the eyelids like gentle veils over your eyes sinking deep into the eye socket. Feel the relaxation of your skin over your nose and your nostrils, over your cheekbones, and around the jaw, all the way down to your chin, around your mouth. And now tune in again to the entire skin around your body, front, side, back, feet, hands. And now feel the skin loosening up, just becoming soft. It's our largest organ of elimination. And feel as if all the pores of your body could breathe in and out. And that as you breathe out, you're releasing like little electrical charges of tension away from your body. And now become aware under your skin of all your muscles. And overall, we're going to relax all the muscles of the body. With each exhalation, we let go a little bit more, a little deeper. Again, nowhere to go, nothing to do, but to be in present moment with yourself. So all the muscles of your body soft. And feeling now all the muscles over your bones. Feel your bones strong, but relaxed. Feeling all the joints of the body relax. And now we're going to move from all the bones of our body into the internal organs. Feel all the internal organs relax. They still continue that very powerful symbiotic relationship they have with each other, but you're relaxing. And if you were to practice this lying down, you would feel them slip gently back towards your spine. And then lastly, we're going to relax the whole of your brain and nervous system. what would it feel like to relax the walls of your brain? Like your whole cranium is relaxing around your brain. And now in this state of deep relaxation, we're going to slip very gently into meditation. Relaxation can be very helpful to practice before meditation. It makes you more receptive and in the moment.
So staying in this state with your eyes closed in this deep relaxation, feel your feet in your shoes or your socks connected to the floor and the earth, as though you had deep roots like a tree, connecting you deeply into the earth for strength, stability, groundedness. Now feeling the whole weight of your body on your chair. Maybe feeling your clothes against your skin. And now becoming aware of your breath in your nostrils. Your in-breath, that slight natural pause, and then the next out-breath. And that slight natural pause before the next in-breath. Feeling your body breathing itself naturally and easily, floating like the waves on the ocean. Easy in and easy out. Letting go a little bit more with each exhalation. Maybe now feeling the temperature in your nostrils. Noticing if the temperature is different on the inhalation and the exhalation. And feeling your body expand with each in-breath. And then contract, letting go with each out-breath. If you notice you become lost in a thought, just gently and kindly bring your awareness back to your breath. And again, if you notice you get lost in a word, phrase, thought, or idea, just gently and kindly bring your awareness back to your breath. And this will happen many times during a meditation practice, or a few. Just gently and kindly bring your awareness back to your breath and your body. Allowing your breath to be an anchor into this present moment. Letting go of any past or future thoughts and arriving here, right now, with your breath in your body, connected to the earth. And now bringing your awareness fully back to your room and taking your time and opening your eyes when you're ready. Nicole?
Yes, thank you so much. I feel pretty relaxed right now, personally. So, what I'd like to do is to very gently recap what you heard today. And some things may be like, I can't do that. Or others would be like, oh, that's really doable, or I'd like to try that. So, the first step is to create a little sleeping plan for yourself and to stick to it. Okay, so sleeping at the same time every single day. Wake up at X time, go to sleep at X time, and do not catch up on the weekends. It doesn't work. So first you set up your sleeping space. It takes literally 2 minutes. You have some scent in the room, if that's something that you like, maybe some flowers, and maybe have a soft light. It doesn't have to be the Himalayan salt lamp. It could be something else. But just set that up and close the door. That's your space that's being created. Then from here, maybe journaling. It could be 2 words, especially if you have children, you're busy, you have to put people to sleep. Maybe 2 words on your journal about your day. Practicing a few yoga poses or just one. And maybe you only have time for one, legs up on the wall. That's what it's called. And from there, you can do a progressive relaxation. Relax my toes, my ankles, my feet, and go down through your body. That also only takes 1 minute to do. Okay. Or do something like I did today. Relax your skin over your muscles over your bones, internal organs, brain, and nervous system. Real simple. That's my to go every day. And then from here, your yoga breathing. I think that's the most important. So either the Brahmari breath that I taught, the humming bumblebee breath, or alternate nostril breathing is excellent. And it feels weird in the beginning if you haven't done this. It's like, I don't know, this was like really strange. Keep doing it. And I'm going to send you 2 Facebook page on alternate nostril breathing. One is the introduction and the other one is the practice. And so that's helpful. And then 2 words of gratitude. I'm so happy I had today and I was alive and that I have all my senses and that I have friends and family and work and so on and so forth. Just anything that you can bring that's grateful. And practicing a little meditation. It doesn't have to, again, to be very long, and just picking up whatever works for you. And do you have any questions? I'm going to look in the chat here.
You can also email us. Anthony will send out our email addresses. So if you have more time, and
Okay.
some other time, not now, because I know our time.
Lisa here says barefoot touching the earth. Oh, yes, absolutely. In the sand, on the earth, it's like incredible. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I do in my backyard on the grass. I walk barefoot like I'm a kid again.
So yoga believes that in the air that we breathe is not only oxygen and nutrients, but also something called prana, which is energy or life force. That energy or life force can be accessed in many different ways. The air that you breathe, the sun, your feet on the earth. That's why people love to go to the beach. All the prana is there. We've got the air, we've got the water, we've got feet barefoot. It's all there. So and we feel enlivened. So
yeah.
Any questions that you may have, or you can definitely put them in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you got something out of this class. Please fill the after poll. It really helps us to prepare other classes and to see what really worked for you.
Yeah, Anthony's going to keep that up for you. I need to go. I have a client to see for therapy. So have a wonderful week, and we look forward to seeing you at other workshops. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now everybody else, you can stay. I'll be here for a few